still have coins in my pocket. Are there any more coins in there? They're like, but they don't have them in my pocket.
Wait, guys, look at this picture of us. Okay, so we all took a picture, and then like, gay.
Okay, because Val has one up already, so I'm gonna get out of this one.
Yeah, that one came up perfect, and I sent you the link.
I'm on something, but no one's in it. I don't know what I did.
So we're just gonna like lay out some prizes here. Pretend like you're surprised.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know which way I'm supposed to do it.
Did you click the Zoom link?
That should be the Zoom link right there.
So just hit join.
Yeah. And then this is your Service Above Self Award. It's so cute. Maybe we'll have you sit next to it or something.
Okay.
And then, ooh, I know, right? Girl, this is a great prize package. I'm so excited. So then there's this cute RCC bag. If we can get it to stand. And then you get your little RCC bird.
Do you think I need to keep it right there? Does it not have enough?
I don't know. I just wanted to make sure it didn't.
Look right here.
We'll put these back.
How are we gonna get home?
Yeah, how am I sitting?
You're gonna be on that side with them, and then Shunk should be coming in to sit.
When it gets shut here. That way you're close.
Okay.
You can be by stinky down.
So then we have like gift cards,
So.
right? So I don't know how much all these gift cards are, but then you have like Fred Meyer gift cards also. A couple of those. Then this one I didn't open, but you can open that one for us.
Right now?
Sure. Go ahead. This is a gift certificate to Oregon Books for $50. So that's
Oh.
pretty sweet. I don't know if you play games
Oh my
with
gosh,
books.
there's so many cool things at Oregon Books.
Yeah,
I go there all the time.
so that's pretty exciting. Oh, that's their thing. So $25 Visa. So you can spend that anywhere you go, girl. Anywhere you want to be.
Stuff.
Then this is your like Oregon Books one, and then the grand prize one is they gave you a $560 check. Cash it as soon as you can and spend it however you want. You can use it for school, you can use it for clothes, you can take me to lunch. But anyway, so they're gonna like talk about these
Wow.
things, and then
Fred Meyer.
Okay.
yeah,
I need
and there's a
picture
Dutch
with all
and
of
a
you
Freddy's
guys.
one, or a movie theater one.
I
That's
need a
what it is.
picture with all of you
Okay.
guys.
Well, let's have
Do you wanna get someone?
Holly.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys want to?
Yeah, I also want these pictures on my phone.
Let's go to the other side.
Did you need this one up? You said yes. Yeah, you want to stand on that side, and I'll
Then
get
get
a
your
picture.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Nope.
I have it. Both of you guys, or I have our signed in as Gladiola High School. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
So cute. You guys look so cute. Okay, hold on. We'll do one with these guys in front of you, and then we'll also do one with
You want
just.
it on my phone so that way I can send email to you. So you need it for
Yeah.
to send to the.
So I'll do one with all of you, and then no, you go in there, and then I'll do one with you.
That way I can email it.
Yeah. Oh, you guys look so good. This is so exciting. Okay, then I need one of just you.
I don't like that one. I want to.
Wait, hold on, Haley. You have to be back in.
Get out now.
You look great. Okay, Val, you can have your 5 minutes of fame. Oh, that's so cute. Okay.
Cute.
Da-da-da.
Okay, so I'll email that to you, because don't you need it?
Yeah,
for
because
the
then I'll
Rotary?
crop it and then we'll send that to Rotary. I don't. Yeah, let's. I know. I just thought like I don't know that everybody that goes to their meeting knows all the. I'm guessing they do, but you know. Stand up, Baggy. Stand up, little guy. Get your little cute little osprey.
Little osprey. Oh, there's someone already.
Yes. There you go. Okay. Microphone. Was that the one that you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I brought one too.
Oh, you brought one. I grabbed that one.
Okay.
I'll leave it back here.
Hi, Gina.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Sheila.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. It's been a long time, Gina.
It has been.
Hopefully you're well.
I am. Yep. Hanging in there. Still patient experience coordinator here. So
Fantastic. Good
Yeah.
to see you.
yeah, you too.
Gina Marie, do you want me to introduce Dr. Chuck from Gladiola, or are you going to do it?
If you'd like to, that would be great. I think I've got the information if I need to. Let's see here.
I can do it.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and do that? I'll let you know.
Okay.
How's it going, Gina Marie?
I'm hanging in there.
Good, good. Before you know it, you will be done with school.
Right. Right now, I'm more eager to be done with Lily's recovery process.
Oh, so what happened with Lily?
She
So you
tore.
said dogs. Did you?
So my dog Lily tore her ACL, was a complete tear of her ACL and meniscus.
Oh,
So she had surgery on Thursday and is now in the recovery process. And it is more of a challenge for the humans, I think, than it is for the dogs.
well, having torn my ACL before, I have complete sympathy for Lily the dog.
Yes. I'm sure she seems to be doing much better now. I think she's doing pretty well, except she would love to have the cone off.
The cone of shame.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
They didn't put
Don
a
and I
cone
can
on
both.
me.
Oh, Don, you didn't have to wear a cone. This is Debbie. I was
Hi,
gonna say, you and I
no,
both
they
know.
didn't. And
Oh.
you tore your
Oh.
ACL. You didn't have to wear a cone
I
either.
know.
Yeah, but
well,
you guys
know
should
what?
have.
You don't know. Fritz thought it would be a reverse megaphone, and maybe if he put the cone on me, I'd be quiet.
Hello.
Oh,
Hi,
I
Dr.
feel bad
Callie.
for Lily.
Yeah.
We had a dog once that had to have surgery, and we thought, okay, he always wanted to come upstairs and sleep on the landing, and so we thought, we're going to barricade him across in this room downstairs so he doesn't have to go up and downstairs and whatnot. And all right, everybody goes to bed. We get up the next morning, and he's laying on the landing. They're so determined to continue to do their job regardless of their issues.
Yes.
It's good to see so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Got everything. How do I get a full picture? See, how do we do this?
So if you look in the top right corner, you should see something that says view in the top right corner of your Zoom screen. And if you click on that, you can change to either speaker view or gallery view.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah. Hello?
Gina Marie, you could probably do an IT minute at every meeting.
Right.
Peter, it's awesome to see you.
Well, thanks. Wynn invited me and because you're honoring Asante employees, so I thought I'd be here.
Fantastic. How are you feeling?
Well, it seems like every time I get better, they drag me in and cut me up for some other reason. But so far, my surgery, my last surgery, the removal of the cancerous kidney was last Wednesday. So at least I'm walking around slowly and getting up and sitting down slowly.
Well, good. You're in my thoughts every morning while I'm out there trudging along.
Well, thank you. I wish I could be out there with you, but
You will.
it'll take me a while.
We can trudge together. That's fine.
We can get Peter back out there.
Yeah.
Gonna give people another minute or two to get logged in here. So we have a big meeting today.
Yeah, that's why Steve ducked out on you.
Mhm.
Yep.
He exercised presidential privilege.
And he exercised him from the role.
Yeah, right.
Well, I think he's off doing the poverty simulation today. Isn't that what he's doing today?
Yes.
He is, and
That's what he says when.
Okay, that's what he says. It's a good story. He said.
That is.
Oh, he totally believes in the four-way test. He would never, ever do anything
right.
other than truthful.
That's
He
true.
would tell us.
There's Sheila. Hi, Sheila.
Hey, Kirk, we have a new first baseman.
Yeah, I see we won the Freddie free for all.
Yep.
What are they going to do with Max Muncy?
Maybe move him to second. I don't know.
Center or outfield? He can play any place, so
Yep.
that's good.
Are you guys on a baseball team together?
We're Dodger fans.
I know, I'm kidding.
And happy St. Patty's Day to everybody.
Yeah,
happy St. Patrick's Day.
You know what? Anybody who isn't wearing green, you get virtually pinched.
I got green. I
got green.
Jeez, I didn't even know it.
I have happy bucks in my pocket.
Oh,
Those are green.
good green.
John
Dawn?
Schiavone.
Don, I have green socks.
It's green.
Okay. You're being very your Italian self right now.
Thank you.
Hello? I love the Irish.
Okay, well, it looks like we've got a pretty good group, so I am going to mute everyone. Yes. All right, and then I'm not sure if this will work, but I thought I need to at least try to launch the meeting the way Steve does every day with a car horn. So let me know if you can hear this. Don't know if it worked or not, but let's get started. So welcome to Rogue Gateway Rotary Club on this St. Patrick's Day. I'm Gina Marie Augusta. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm the president-elect of the club, filling in for Steve Rowe today. And we are going to start the meeting with a pledge. And is Cindy Crondall here to lead us in that? I'm not seeing her on the list. John, did you want to lead us in the pledge? I'll make sure you're. You want to unmute yourself.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks for filling in, John.
You're welcome.
Okay, and with an inspiration today is Debbie Amin. Deb, you might have to come off mute as well.
Okay, star 6, I finally remembered it. Thank you. Okay, I would like to share an inspiration that is it's an excerpt from an interview that John Moyer had with Paul Woodruff a few years ago, and it was about reverence. Realizing the distance between us and the ideals which we see as transcendent is the essence of reverence. Recognizing that we are born to die, and between the time we're born and the time we die, we will probably make a number of significant mistakes. Realizing that this is true of other people as well as ourselves, that we have a common humanity and we are all in the same way vulnerable. It's the virtue in the same way, it's a virtue that is shared by both the Greek and the Chinese systems. It protects the people who are most helpless from the people who are most powerful. When a victorious soldier kills a prisoner, that's a failure of reverence. When a ruler refuses to hear a supplicant, that is a failure of reverence. Whenever you're utterly helpless, if you're an old person in a hospital, if you're a lonely person of color, stopped on a road late at night by a policeman, you really have nothing between you and a terrible fate but reverence of the most powerful person in your life at that moment. The best clue to how reverent we are is how we treat the weakest people around us. I hope during this time of challenge around our world and the things that we're learning about Native Americans through our Rotary Reads work and the work that we're doing on behalf of our community, that our hearts are touched by the significance of cruelty and difficulty that people are having, and let us inspire our reverence, even for those who are perpetrating. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. Steve has a quick Rotary Minute for me to share with all of you. As a reminder, March is Water and Sanitation Month for Rotary. Clean water is a basic human right that many are often denied. There are 2.5 billion people in the world that lack access to improved sanitation, and 748 million people that don't have clean drinking water. Nearly 1,400 children die each day from diseases caused by lack of sanitation and unsafe water. When people have access to clean water, they live healthier and more productive lives. Rotary is committed to reaching the water and sanitation goals through projects like building wells, installing rainwater harvesting systems, and teaching community members how to maintain new infrastructure. So during March, we celebrate this as one of our 7 areas of service, and celebrating our commitment to create healthier communities by supplying clean water and sanitation facilities to prevent the spread of infectious diseases. And of course, our club has done that in the past for several years, partnering with our Interact Club to work on the Thirst Project and building wells in Africa. And there are a lot of other Rotary projects happening all over the world. You can learn more about them on the Rotary.org website. Okay, do we have any visiting Rotarians? I know we have a lot of guests who are going to be receiving some awards today. Are there any other visitors, guests, or visiting Rotarians that we would like to introduce today? If you are one, you can just come off of mute and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Peter Angstead, and I'm from the Wednesday Club.
Welcome, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
Hey, Greg.
Okay, I'm flipping through my screen here, and I see a bunch of folks, like I said, are going to be introduced with our award presentations. It looks like that might be all.
Gina Marie, Sheila Clow is a Rotary member. She's going to be giving the healthcare update here in a moment, but she's also a Rotary member.
Welcome, Sheila.
Thank you. Ashlyn Lithia Springs says hello.
Well, hello. All right. And actually, that is a great transition because it is time now for our healthcare update. So when do you want me to just hand it over to Sheila, or do you want to say something?
Sheila graciously agreed to give us a quick healthcare update, really on Mercy Flight's new helicopter. I got a chance to see it recently, and so I asked Sheila if she'd, share a couple things about it. And so I'm going to turn it right over to Sheila.
Great. Thank you, Wynn. I really appreciate the invitation this morning. And it's fun to join another Rotary Club, and this one's very uplifting. So come on over to the Ashland Lithia Springs Rotary Club anytime you're in the virtual area or in the regular area. We'd love to have you. For those of you who may not be familiar with Mercy Flights, let me give you a 30-second intro to our organization. Mercy Flights is a not-for-profit healthcare organization that specializes in air and ground medical transport, as well as mobile integrated healthcare. Mobile integrated healthcare is essentially bringing healthcare into people's homes. And it is an expanding service for our organization as well. Our organization started in 1949. We're 70 plus years strong, headquartered right here in Southern Oregon. And our beginnings are actually connected to something that Rotary is been working on for a long time as well. So back in the 1940s, any guesses around what medical condition was challenging this region? You're all Rotarians. It'll be top of mind for you. Greg.
It's got to be polio.
It's polio, yes. So part of why I loved being part of this organization is it connected my Rotary roots. In fact, yes, in the 40s, the only iron lung in the state of Oregon was located in Portland. And our founder, George Milligan, was an air traffic controller and a private pilot. And he oftentimes would hear on the shortwave radios the call outs from ground transporting units with doctors and nurses frantic because that daunting transportation from this region all the way up to Portland in the 1940s was really traumatic for patients. And in fact, one day that patient was one of his best friends. And he said, enough is enough. We're going to do something about this. And so he gathered all of his aviation friends, and they began the very first not-for-profit civil air ambulance company in the United States. So there's a little trivia tidbit for you. Well, that tradition of serving the communities has continued. And when I joined the organization about 18 months ago, I spent some time with the team looking at the healthcare environment in our region and really trying to figure out what were the needs of the community. And there were a couple of things that were changing in the healthcare dynamics since the organization has started. And those changes are really kind of aligned. The first change is that our healthcare systems in this region are growing in their ability to take care of patients, which is an amazing thing. We live in an amazing community, thanks to the Asantes and the Providences and all of the healthcare that is provided here in this community, which for us means that more and more patients are staying locally, and our business was built on taking patients out of here. That's one factor that's we've seen in our research. But the other aligning factor that we saw was, unfortunately, smaller rural communities throughout Southern Oregon and Northern California are not as fortunate as we are. And they're finding less and less access to the healthcare services that they're needing. And so we're getting called upon more and more to help with those time-sensitive emergencies, as well as the inter-facility transports from outlying hospitals, fortunately, into this region. And so all that capacity that our local health systems that have built into the area mean that we need to pivot our business from being solely a kind of an exporter of patients to an importer of patients. And so as we look at that changing needs of the community, we recognize that we needed to match our equipment and transportation vehicles for that. And so the best vehicle for that kind of short distance importing of patients, as well as supporting the 911 emergency needs, happens to be a helicopter. And so we spent some time working with the state of Oregon and getting access to some state funding that allowed us to have a reasonable rate to borrow for the aircraft. And so in January of this year, had the benefit of bringing another Bell 407 GXI into this community. Yes, Wynn got to be one of the first people who got to see it. We landed on their brand new helipad, and we're really thrilled about being able to provide this additional access to Southern Oregon and Northern California. So with that, it was 5 minutes, so I'll stay brief. Wynn, do you want to add anything or any questions that I might answer there?
No, I think you covered it very well, Sheila. Thank you. Thank you for, you know, all that Mercy Flights does for Southern Oregon. We do appreciate that. And anybody have any questions? Not seeing any.
Okay.
Well, thank you for the opportunity, and happy to come back and give a much more thorough overview of our organization if you want that.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Sheila. Appreciate it. All right, Valerie, do you have a city council update for us?
I do, and I'm going to first thank Sheila. That was very interesting.
Oh.
I'm very excited to see our community be a hub and get that support. So thank you so much. So we had a city council meeting last night, so I'll just kind of keep it brief. In the meeting, we did give the go-ahead to community development to hire someone to paint Caveman Pool and the deck moving forward, so that there will be swimming there this summer. We are still looking to do Caveman Pool, but everything moves slower than we'd like it to, because we're still looking to decide on a funding source. But in the meantime, we are going to make sure that it opens. So that was one of the things. Another thing, we have two electric charging stations, each of which have 2 chargers that the city is sponsoring the downtown. One of them is at the Welcome Center, and the other one is at the Duck parking lot, which is over across from Safeway. And what we decided is for the first 2 years, since we do have free downtown parking for regular customers, we'll do the same with the electric charging station and see where it goes. But so those are some exciting things. And then there's just a lot of stuff going around back in the background in terms of financially deciding, you know, how we're going to fund things. Our number one goal for the year was to try to find some sort of stability for our police and fire, so that every 3 years we don't have to go out and beg for money for a levy. So that's, you know, a big conversation we're having. And I don't know if many of you are aware, but the sheriff department at this point in time is kind of at a crossroads as well, because they do not have their sheriff's department funded on a stable. So anyway, we're kind of talking with them, seeing if we can come up with something between us to help stabilize. So I'll keep you posted on that. And Pat, I just want to let you know they're number 2 chargers, not number 3. Number 3 are the superchargers, but ours are 2. But you should be able to charge up. I think there's a 3-hour allowance for those. Anyway, so we're working on getting them there, and I'm sure down the road we'll hopefully get more grants to get more, but we're moving in that direction. Unless there's any questions, that's it for today.
All right. Thank you. So next on our agenda is the first of our special award presentations. Makes this meeting such a great one. So I'm going to turn it over to Lisa Looney to introduce our Student Service Above Self Award winner.
All right, thank you, Gina. Today is my pleasure to introduce March Student Service Above Self Award winner from Gladiola campus of the Grants Pass High School, and it's Haley Starn. And her principal, Dr. Shunk, and a couple of her teachers will give us a few words about and info about Haley. Go ahead, Dr. Shunk.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shunk. It's my honor to be the principal here at Gladiola High School. It is also my honor to embarrass Haley Starnes right now. Her teachers are going to go into a little more depth and detail about Haley, and then Haley's got a little thank you and statement she'd like to read at the end. But Haley essentially embodies the spirit of Gladiola, people that care, support each other, kindness, show up, wanting to build a future, overcoming adversity. She's exemplifies the core spirit of the student here at Gladiola, and it's our pleasure every day to be here at school to help support her.
Yeah. Well, I'm John Valadez. I am Haley's leadership teacher.
And I'm Jalen Dinkins. I've had Haley in a couple of different classes.
Yeah, so I've had Haley pretty much since the start of the school year, and I've had the pleasure of her pretty much sitting at my desk for a good 3 or 4 at least periods a day since the beginning of the school year. So I've got to know her very well. I probably hang out with her more than I do my own children, just by the nature of, 5-6 hours a day she's in my room. And it's been an honor and a blessing to have her. Ever since she got here, she just jumped in and has been a big part of what we've been trying to do here at Gladiola. Like I said, she's in leadership yearbook, and she's in our social emotional classes that are 3 periods a day, and we call that the Gladiola way. So again, I have her a big part of my days. She's the most kind. She's willing to do whatever's needed. She does our morning announcements, a lot of our awards and speeches to the school she does. And then she's headed up several, 3 or 4 or 5 of the major projects that leadership has done this year. In the Gladiola Way class, we talk about the 6 Ps, and she epitomizes those 6 Ps along with the attending skills. Most important, what I love about her is just her attitude. And so in closing, I'd like to say it's just blessed that she decided to come over from the high school to Gladiola, and has just plugged in and been essential to our school year. And so I just wanted to say thank you for everything you've done for me and for Gladiola. It's been great and honor and a blessing to us to have you.
I loved having Haley at summer school this last year. And one thing that I can just say about that is, like, in summer school, we do a lot of projects and cooking and sewing, and she's always the first one to help clean up or help get supplies ready, and just a great attendance, and just really was willing to get in there and do the activities, and it was a really fun summer. So I enjoyed getting to know her, and I love her so much. Okay, I'm going to pass it off to Haley.
I just quickly wanted to say thank you for selecting me to be a Rotary student. I am extremely honored and excited to be receiving this award today. There are many people that have brought me to who I am today, which would be Val and Dinkins, who I've gotten to know very well. I wouldn't have gotten to know teachers back at Grants Pass High School, so I'm glad I've gotten to know them. And then my mom and my sister are also big sculptors of who I am today, right here and right now. I wasn't that comfortable at Grants Pass High School. I definitely kind of struggled a lot. And then coming here, I definitely realized that they were giving me what I need: stability, comfortability, all of that. And it just made a great learning environment here. We've done a lot of stuff here at Gladiola, and I think my favorite thing that we've done would be the Christmas activities, where we give help to families in need that don't have much that year or around that time. And it always just brightens everyone's day, and my day very much so. After high school, I want to get a job and then possibly go to college for photography or psychology. Those are two things that I'm very passionate about. I really love taking pictures, and I also think that people's mental health and what they're going through is also just an extremely important thing, and lots of people need help with that and they're struggling. I again want to thank you guys and Rotary and Gladiola staff for nominating me to be Rotary Student of the Year. Nice job.
Congratulations. And thank you, Haley. Lisa, is there anything you'd like to share about the award we're presenting her?
This is our fifth of the year of our Rotary. And as you know, we do our 7 local high schools. And it's just a pleasure to hear and see our students and what they do for their school, community. And I just want to thank the group for all the support that has made this program we're going on 19, 20 years. So wow. We love it, and we love our students, and I think it's a big encouragement to them. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all. Okay, I don't see Steve Swearingen on the line this week, but I just wanted to remind everybody that the Grants Pass Rotary Club is partnering with Rotary Club in Poland to collect donations to support a medical project in support of the Ukrainian refugees on the Ukrainian-Poland border. So if you haven't had a chance already and are interested in contributing to that effort, you can make a donation to the RG Rotary Foundation, our local club's foundation, with Ukrainian support or Ukraine, some message in the memo, and we will add that to the fund to support that project. All right, so the main part of our program today is our Vocational Service Award. So when we think of Rotary, we tend to think of community service. You know, obviously service above self is the Rotary motto, but Rotary actually started as more of a vocational club, a way for a few business leaders in Chicago to network and learn from one another, leaders who sought to do business with integrity and high ethical standards. As one of our 5 avenues of service, vocational service calls on Rotarians to empower others by using their unique skills and expertise to address community needs and help others discover new professional opportunities and interests. Rogue Gateway Rotary's Vocational Service Award is an opportunity for our club to recognize individuals of integrity who elevate their profession and serve their community. They epitomize the highest professional standards and live and work by the values of the 4-way test. I know Steve Rowe very much wanted to be here to honor our winners, but he is himself modeling these very values as he had committed to support Rogue Retreat in coordinating a poverty simulation in Medford. Another prime example of service above self, so that's why he couldn't be here. Our award is always presented to a non-Rotarian and usually just one at a time. But the last year or two has been anything but normal, so we've changed things up a bit. And this year we will be recognizing a team of individuals who have demonstrated impeccable professionalism and service to the community throughout the COVID pandemic. I'll turn it over to Kelly to say a little bit more and present the winners.
Okay. I hope I don't do horrible things to names here. Laura Magstad, is that right, Laura? She is the ATRMC VP of Nursing. During the pandemic, Laura was available 24/7 and was an integral leader in the Incident Command Program. She worked side by side with clinical leaders and physicians to assist with critical bed management needs, developed and continually revised surge plans during the wave of the pandemic, and she led the application process to Oregon State for temporary licensure to increase bed capacity at ATRMC. In addition, she was a strong advocate for the health and well-being of our community. Alongside normal duties, the number of meetings, you're going to notice this with every single one of our winners, that required attendance skyrocketed as the team attempted to make informed and ethical decisions to help navigate numerous challenges. Those were to keep staff, patients, visitors, and community as safe as possible. So congratulations, Laura. David Kenyon, VP of Operations. David played an integral part in the Incident Command Program and provided support to leaders and physicians. He helped lead in decision-making to ensure operations continued to flow smoothly as possible. With his leadership, the COVID testing site in Joe County was successful. David has been a critical advocate for staff, patients, and the well-being of our community, and he's always been willing to step in to provide updates at various community venues during the pandemic. Congratulations, David. Dr. Scott Nelson, General Surgeon and past Chief of Staff. Dr. Nelson was key in creating Surgical Services Triage Team, which helped determine and prioritize surgeries during the COVID surge. At the peak of the pandemic, and in addition to his own clinical work, he provided intensive coverage in the ICU to help care for the overflow of patients. Congratulations to you. And Dr. Eric, and I'm going to say Loliger, I'm not sure how you say it, VP of Medical Staff and APP Specialty Services. Dr. Loliger worked tirelessly during the pandemic, making himself available around the clock. Sounds like they all did, to ensure smooth operations, and was a vital part of the incident command team. He worked with his team to ensure successful disaster privileging for physicians to ensure adequate patient coverage could be provided. With his expertise and guidance, many policies and procedures were implemented that helped support the crisis. Dr. Loliger helped support the Surgical Services Triage Team and many other committees that were formed during the pandemic. In addition to normal duties, Dr. Loliger also contributed in the ethical decision-making process with safety as the goal. Congratulations. Dr. Megan Frost, General Surgeon. Dr. Frost's expertise and her master's degree in public health both enabled her to lend critical support and guidance to Asante and to the community during the pandemic. She played an essential role in helping to set up contact training in our community. In addition to her own clinical responsibilities, she provided ICU coverage to help support increased patient volume. You'll notice increased patient volume is a common theme running through. Dr. Eston Yang, General Surgeon. Dr. Yang's expertise and his knowledge of public health enabled him to lend critical support and guidance to Asante and to our communities during the pandemic and its variants. He provided early modeling for the COVID surge and played an essential role in helping us determine burn rate for PPE when supplies were in high demand and running low. Like Dr. Frost, in addition to his clinical responsibilities, he provided ICU coverage and helped support increased patient volumes. Dr. Nicole Crowley. Dr. Crowley was instrumental in recruiting physicians to help cover rounds on patients during the pandemics. She acted as supervising physician for all of the physicians that were granted disaster privileges at ATRMC. In addition to her increased clinical load and administrative duties, she attended additional daily meetings and worked through bed capacity and staffing shortages. And last but not least of all these superheroes, Dr. Chris David. Dr. David worked tirelessly to stabilize emergency responses and led the department through an extended period of nearly unbelievable ED patient volume and patient boarding. In addition to his clinical and administrative work, the number of meetings that required his attendance skyrocketed, as with all of the team, attempting to make informed and ethical decisions regarding the numerous challenges of a pandemic while keeping the patients, the staff, the visitors, and the community as safe as possible. Wow, it sounds like you did a juggling job, all of you superheroes. We're so proud of all of you. Back to you, Gina.
Thank you. And congratulations to all of you. It's great. I'm personally proud. Of course, I am an Asante employee as well. And so it's wonderful to see our team recognized for the incredible work that they did. I know, speaking as an employee, the leadership they all showed was greatly appreciated by the staff as well. So thank you. I believe, and Don, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we have delivered some little gifts to our winners. Oh, lovely.
Yes. Oh, good. Thank you,
They got
Megan, for
this.
showing us.
Yes, and Laura, wonderful.
Great. Great. Put something refreshing in there tonight.
Yeah. Not to put anybody on the spot, but if anyone, any one of you wanted to say anything, you are welcome to hop off mute if you would like to, or Win, if you want to add anything.
Yeah, I do. I just want to say, if you think about the Asante's vision to be your trusted health partner for life, I mean, I remember when we worked on that many years ago, and I thought, yeah, that is such a thing of importance. And then to think over this last couple of years, I mean, we've really worked hard to earn your trust and to be your healthcare partner, to take care of the community. And I have to tell you, I must be the most blessed person on the planet, because these people that were mentioned here are incredible people, incredible medical leaders, experts. And, we could have spent all day talking about everything that they've done, but they truly are a total blessing to be on our community. And I want you to know, I want every one of you to know, any one of these individuals could go anywhere in America and be a strong medical leader, and they're here. And I really appreciate everything that they've done and that they're doing, and their strong leadership. And, please know it's not without, personal suffering on their own side. And it's been hard. It's been very, very difficult. But as the CEO for the hospital, and I've shared this with a lot of my networking friends, I tell them I have to be the most blessed guy in the world. The people that I get to work with during this pandemic are simply amazing. And I just want to say thank you to all of them for all that they've done. And I want to say thank you to my Rotary Club too, for making an exception to do this for a group of people, and for all the love that you've shown to us over the last couple of years too. I mean, please know that matters greatly. Our team appreciates it, and the signs that you've made, and the barbecues that you've done, and the letters that you've sent, and everything you've done, it really matters. You make a difference, and thank you for showing that love toward our team. It really, really is appreciated. With that, I'll be quiet because I'm going to start crying.
Well, I wonder, this is Laura, I just want to say one really quick thing, and thank you so much for this honor. And I really have to echo Wynn's sentiment about the work that this Rotary Club did to support our staff. It was incredible and very, very, very much appreciated. And, I greatly appreciate the recognition, and I agree that this team has been incredible. And we could not have done some of the things that we did, much or all of the things we did, without this group. But I also want to acknowledge all of the leaders and staff that, obviously you're not going to recognize everybody, but I think the team effort that it took to care for our community certainly expands beyond those of us that you're recognizing here today. The leaders at Three Rivers and the medical staff at Three Rivers stepped up in an unbelievable way and did things that quite honestly, you know, I've never done in my career. Most of them have never done in their careers, and hopefully we won't have to do again, God willing. But you know, really, I want to just take 2 seconds to recognize, you know, the leaders and other members of the medical staff, and quite honestly, our employees who showed up and came to work every day in really difficult circumstances, to take care of our community really for the last, you know, 2 years. And this morning, I'll say it was exciting. We have a call every morning among our leaders, and we're down to 5 COVID patients at Three Rivers this morning, and none in ICU. And that is really, you know, it's a good feeling, and hopefully that number keeps dropping. But so just thank you, and just really want to thank Wynn and the rest of our team at Three Rivers, because it was absolutely a team effort.
Wonderful.
I'll say something really quick, because I definitely echo Laura and Wynn. I'd also like to let you know that both Dr. Yang and Dr. Nelson got a hold of me before the meeting and said sorry they couldn't be here, but they really appreciate the recognition as well. I think it was really easy in the past couple of years to be frustrated with some things and people that happened in this community, and it was easy to focus on those things. But overall, I'm impressed by this community. I'm impressed by our medical community. I'm impressed by you guys. I'm impressed by Grants Pass. We really came together to overcome some serious hardships. And so I think it's very difficult to recognize one single person and what they've done. So we appreciate that, but I'm really proud to be a part of this community. So thank you.
And I'll just say something really quick. I'll jump in. I know Wynn wasn't eligible for this award, but he worked tirelessly as well. He was there in every meeting that we were, and he should really, you know, stand out as well. So thank you, Wynn. Also, just an honor to get this award and to work with this group of people. We wouldn't have been able to get through it without every single person that was listed there for this award. And thank you for the Rotary Club, all the snacks and signs and everything you did was so much appreciated. Thank you so much.
I would just add that, you know, it's truly an honor to get this award for all of us, and we're very humbled to hear that we were going to receive this, and really want to extend our thanks really to the support from you all to our teams. It's made a difference. The signs, the cards, the snacks, it makes a huge difference. And to everybody's point, this has been such a team effort. We have faced things that we never thought we would face. We were at one point critically low on oxygen, and we could not flow enough oxygen into the hospital to take care of it. Our facilities teams and other teams were stepping up. We were reaching across to community partners and vendors to figure out how to come across. We faced issues we have never ever seen before in our collective hundreds of years of medical experience. And so, you know, we can't say enough how much the support meant to us, especially as we were going through these things. So thank you very much.
Any other comments or thoughts from anyone? All right, well, thank you again to the entire Asante team for all of the work that you've done throughout this pandemic and just every day in helping to care for our community. It is greatly appreciated, and just definitely wanted to recognize your efforts and the modeling of I guess what we in Rotary are so proud of, and the values that we have in terms of service and the 4-way test. So thank you very much. Okay, so I think if I'm looking at my agenda correctly here, we are at the Sergeant at Arms and a Happy Bucks phase. So I believe, Dawn, you are running this part of the show for us.
I'm the sergeant today, but I'm giving myself, I'm going to be a captain today.
Nice.
I just thought that in the cups that all of the recipients got, we did provide what we call the Spirit of Service, which is a Rotary thing. But I loved, along with that pin, what it says, that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And every one of you epitomize that. So thank you, and wear that pin proudly. All right, I'm going to do on the lighter note, because we're talking about physicians and professions, I'm going to ask a couple joke questions. First one, why is a doctor always calm? Anybody have the answer?
Because he has patience.
That's right, because she has lots of patience. Very good, very good. When an employment application asks me who is to be notified in case of emergency, I always write a very good doctor. So thank you for that. And why did the Scarecrow get promoted? Anyone? Because he was outstanding in his field. All of you are outstanding in your fields. And why did the taxi driver get fired? Because passengers didn't like it when she went the extra mile. Thank you all for going the extra mile too. All right, so how about Happy Bucks? I see Lutz with his hand up.
Lutz does have his hand up, and I have 25 Happy Bucks for my wife, Lisa, who took the ball that I threw to her and ran with it. When you remember a couple of weeks ago when Tish McFadden was here talking about Grandma Aggie and the whole process, I gave Lisa the material. She got in touch with Tish and they formed a great little partnership. And Tish's material is going to be in her 4th grade class this next term. And they've have become good friends online. So much so that Lisa also managed to get funding for 2 field trips with Tish going up Table Rock, where Tish will tell stories, sing songs, talk about the ecology of the area, and so on. And so it's, you know, that little bit in our Rotary meeting really blossomed into something big.
Oh, that's great.
At the same time, I'm going to ask some of you to sign up to be chaperones on this trip. Some of you hikers, you know, this is obviously the perfect thing for you to do. I'll let you know when the times have been established. And may also come back to ask for a little bit of funding for books for each of the students. So anyway, 25 bucks for Lisa. I can't believe that she took this on top of all the other stuff that she's doing. But I also can't believe that she wouldn't have taken it on after I showed it to her.
That's wonderful, Lutz. And I'm sure Grandma Aggie is looking from up above saying, good job, Lisa.
Yeah.
I'll be happy to be one of those hiking chaperones. I love that.
Great.
Okay, Kirk.
Hi. Happy St. Patty's Day to everyone. Again, this is a bittersweet day for me. 54 years ago, my wife and I were married, and they were great years. They were wonderful years, and I'm sad. I'm happy for those, and I'm sad that she's not with me today, but I had $54 for that. Thank you.
That's very, very special. 54 years for Steve and I too. So I always think about you and Ellen. All right, how about Debbie?
Well, I just want to mention again that Diane Hoover is putting together a committee to work on putting together food baskets for students. And there's a meeting next Thursday, unfortunately at noon, at RCC room H2. And let me know if you wanted an official invitation, but the more the merrier would be helpful.
Very good. And, you know, if we think about that, that was Jessie Powell first speaking to our Rotary about a project that she had been involved in before. So
I don't have Jessie's address. I don't know if you could send it.
I have her email. I'll get that to you, Debbie. Okay. Margaret.
Hi, I was supposed to do this 2 weeks ago and forgot. So Roger Harding wanted to give a happy buck, and he bought a used truck from Steve Rowe. And so Roger was a founding member of our club, and so is Steve. Roger just wanted to say that a founding member bought a used truck from a founding member. And it's hard for me to say. So since I forgot to do that, let's make it $5.
That's good. You honored the 4-way test, Margaret, by doing that. You followed through.
Yes.
Janie.
I have 20 happy bucks for our healthcare heroes for everything they've done for our community, but also for the past 2 years of them showing up to our Rotary meetings and taking that time to let us know what's really going on. I just appreciate you all so much. Thank you.
Very good. Any others? Valerie.
I'm going to match that as well. Thank you, Janie, because just, you know, I've looked forward to these meetings on Thursdays because I know that I'm going to get that input because I'm not always out there. So I've truly appreciated the information that you've given to us. And I am so grateful for everything that you've done and how you've kept this community together through some terribly rough times. So you are truly appreciated.
All right, Greg.
I want to match that as well. And also put a couple of more dollars in for a plug. You should be receiving an email, you should have gotten it last night, that we want you to wait. If you have any blue bags full of bottles and cans, wait till April 11th to put them through, because starting April 11th and running through April 23rd, in honor of Earth Week, we will be getting a 20% match bonus for all of the bottles and cans that we drop off and bring through. So please do that. There's a social media contest we'll be getting into, and we're going to help the RG Rotary Foundation do our youth programs. So thank you.
Great, Greg, and remind everybody where they can get their blue bags. I always like that.
They can get their blue bags in the toy box in front of my house on my front porch, 1216 Northeast Memorial Drive.
I wish you'd put some little snacks in there too. That'd be kind of nice. Kelly.
Yes, Val, if you would unmute, I want you to be in on this. I don't know how many of you have noticed the new mural that's going up across from Safeway's parking lot, and it's the most beautiful mural with these ducks that are flying. And from what I'm hearing, Val, that's a city project. And so how many parking lots are going to get to have these murals?
Well, actually, this has been going on for several years. The Osprey has several of them have sculptures. Osprey has a nest, the Osprey nest. The frog parking lot down by the river has like 5 wooden frogs. So basically they just go out and put out an RFP, and artists come to them with their ideas of what they would like to do. So yes, there's several other ones too that off the top of my head, you know, it all started with the Grasshopper lot actually with Clearback. You know, that was a very inaugural one. So it's just an ongoing project. We also have the lights and the flowers in the alleyway. So this is Committee on Public Art, and they are also now putting art boxes on electrical boxes. And so the same artist who is doing the duck lot is also doing an electrical box on that corner as well. And we've been quite impressed with how quickly it's gone up and how beautiful it is. So it was very, yeah, we were very impressed. At the very beginning, when we were going to do the duck and beaver, we thought about doing the Oregon duck and the beaver across the street, but we realized we couldn't do that so this has just been glorious. And next will be the beaver lot, I believe.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind
I'm
of
just
fun
so
to see.
impressed. I'm not sure how many lots that is, but I'm going to give $25 for the beauty of community art. And
Yes.
I love it here in Grants Pass that we're doing that. So
Yes,
thank you.
I agree.
Very good. Anything else? Anyone else? Okay, I see John. John, that wasn't an electronic hand, but that's okay. We like your hand. Unmute.
I would like to give $10. And the reason is I would like to thank Asante Healthcare System for the special care for fighting COVID for the last 2 years. And also at the same time, doing an advanced construction on several sites everywhere. I mean, it's unbelievable the construction workers, what they have accomplished in the last couple of years. I'm just so impressed, and it will continue to late 2023, but I'm just overwhelmed of the expertise that we have in our both Joseph and Jackson County. Thank you.
Anything else? All right, I'm going to give $20 as well, thanking our healthcare workers. And when I so appreciate the fact that you were bringing people who are willing to take the time with the expertise to keep us informed. And hopefully we did a good job of taking that information and sharing it with people in the community. You gave us a sense of hope and more ease than we would have had without it. So we love you all. All right, Gina Marie.
All right, thank you. So I will leave us with one thought for the day. This is a quote from Toni Morrison, and I think it's fitting just given what's going on in the world right now. And I know a lot of us are anxious and stressed about it. And so I thought this was a nice quote that gives us a little bit of hope. She said, "I know the world is bruised and bleeding, and though it is important not to ignore its pain, it is also critical to refuse to succumb to its malevolence. Like failure, chaos contains information that can lead to knowledge, even wisdom, like art."
Mm-hmm.
So with that, we will adjourn. And please feel free to stick around and join us for fellowship if you would like. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.